Hi, I'm Kenna Danielle, and you are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hi, welcome to Keeping Up with Conroe, hosted by Visit Conroe. I'm Jody.
And I'm Shannon.
And we are here to highlight upcoming events and local businesses in the area. We are here live the second Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. And after the show airs, we will post on podcasts, YouTube, all the fun stuff. So tune in regularly to Keeping Up with Conroe. Hey.
Hey. It's been a hot minute since I've been here.
I know, me too.
Since both of us have been here, I guess.
Rebecca and Veronica have been filling in for us.
Yes, we've got some great team members that help out when they're forced to.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
We're 21 again.
Yes, and holding.
And holding.
Don't you just love this weather?
I know. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it felt so good walking over today.
Yes. And it's great walking weather. We can get all of our steps.
So ready for spring. Think it'll stay?
I hope. Fingers are crossed.
I don't know. Got a lot coming up, so we want a lot of outdoor type stuff,
I was going to say, a lot of outside stuff coming up, so it's the perfect weather.
Yeah.
It needs to hold out over Montgomery County for the next month or so.
I know.
So, yes.
We'll see. We will see. Got some good guests today.
We do.
About some stuff coming up.
Yes, we have Don with Rising Stars and Legends.
Good morning, ladies.
Hi. And then after him, we'll have Elizabeth West and Rob Hamilton with Parks and Recreation, and they're going to be talking about some of their upcoming events.
So a lot going on.
Yes.
So get out your calendar. You're going to want to mark
rodeo
some
season, so get your boots on. I'll wear my boots for you. How's that?
Thank you. Thank you.
So, how are you, Don?
I'm very well. I have a very funny boots story.
Do you?
I'm raised, born, grew up in Texas, and I never owned a pair of cowboy boots. Never.
What?
Well, I grew up in Dallas, and it just,
that's the city.
Just wasn't part of my scene. So I moved to New York. I'm in New York for 23 years. On my 50th birthday, my sister-in-law, who's a diehard Texan, gave me a great pair of boots. Okay, that's 50. That's years ago.
That was last year.
Yeah, last year. And I have worn those boots more in the last 4 years, probably, since we started doing this festival, than I ever wore them in the past.
Because,
they're
that's
actually
staple.
Comfortable now.
Yeah, that's staple attire here in Conroe.
There you go. It's a good thing. I'm so excited to be here because we've got a lot to talk about. We have a festival that kicks off on this Thursday with the Texas Poet Laureate Carrie Fountain. Will be at the Conroe Art Gallery, along with Black and White 4x5 photographer Gary Watson. Now, Gary's somebody I've known a long time. He moved from cinematography 15, 20 years ago into still photography in black and white. He creates his own 4x5 silver plates.
Wow.
And his photography is just wonderful. So we're starting out with a reception for them at the gallery at 6 on Thursday the 12th. And then, boy, it's just almost nonstop from there on. Carrie will do a poetry reading and discuss some of her work after, and Gary will adjourn over to the Campobello Bronze studio where his photographs will be on display there. From there, we jump straight into Young Texas Artists, the 36-year-old arts competition that has been designated by the state of Texas as the classic music competition for the state, and we're real excited about that. It's a big year. I was always into classical music to a certain degree, but the first time that I came to that finalist concert, I realized just how much new classical talent there was out there and how exciting it was to watch and be a part of that. That finalist concert is just amazing, the level of talent. Those are 18 to 30-year-olds that are either living or going to school in Texas who are pursuing professional careers in classical music. So
and very talented.
The level of talent is just incredible. And of course, that evening we've got the Bach, Beethoven, and Barbecue fundraising event for YTA, and that always is a
I will be there. I'm looking forward to the whole
event.
event.
I'll be there too with my cowboy boots on.
Yes.
With my cowboy boots on. It's a great event, and Susie Pekorski, who started the event, is just
Amazing.
one of my favorite ladies in the whole world. Her and her husband are both just incredible folks. I got to know her early when I came to Conroe 20 years ago, and we formed a really great friendship. From there, we go to another classical music event, but it has a real Texas twist to it. Montopolis is a classical music group out of Austin. They're a chamber music ensemble, but they do it a little differently. It's all original music based on geographic landscapes in the state of Texas. So their music is inspired. This one is the Legend of Big Bend. So while you're listening to this classical music inspired by Big Bend, you're seeing video, film, and photo and still photography of Big Bend on a full stage screen that'll be up behind them. It's going to be amazing. Just a couple of quotes. These guys have been winning awards all over the place. They're only 2 or 3 years old, but they've really garnered a lot of praise. A night of beautiful chamber music, but with electric guitar and the twang of a pedal steel giving a Texas kick to the keys and strings. I bought this album, and I will tell you, people are going to be blown away with it.
And where's that going to be at? That's
at the Crichton on the 15th, the day after YTA closes up, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So I can't wait. It's an amazing, eclectic kind of combination of rock and roll with that classical string twist. It's amazing music. I don't think anybody should miss that one.
Right.
From there, we head into the next week, and on Tuesday, Annette Spikes has put together an amazing evening of gospel music history, starting with the spirituals and going right up to hip-hop.
Wow.
And I mean, it's going to be an amazing night. And that's a free event. We not everything in the festival is free, but there are a lot of free events, and I want to hit on those and make sure we get those. The gospel night will be at First Baptist Church right here at the end of Main Street, and it's a 7 o'clock event, and it will be truly amazing. We've done it 2 years previously. This year is going to just blow everything else out of the water in terms of what we've seen in the past. From there, we get Tuesday. Then on Friday night, we've got our headliner. We've got Marsha Ball.
Yes, and I know Shannon is very excited about her.
Marsha Ball is just incredible, and Robin Williams was here yesterday. David Bourne is an amazing character actor from Houston. I've known him probably 15 years now, and he's always been one of my favorite Houston actors, and has had quite a career, both in the Houston area and on the West Coast. He's got a dozen movies. He was on Friday Night Lights for a long time.
Very great Texas movie.
Yeah, and was just on I've lost the title. The last Bonnie and Clyde movie with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. Highwayman. Thank you.
I loved that movie.
Well, he played the sheriff that set up the ambush. Okay. So, David gets a lot of really good work, but his big claim to fame is his Robin Williams impression. And he started, probably 10, 15 years ago, people started saying, you really look like Robin Williams. And he does.
Wow.
And his whole animated thing is very Robin Williams-like. So
he's very out there.
As a character actor, he took that and ran with it, and has become known as only one of 2 Robin Williams impressionists in the United States. He was chosen by PBS to do the Robin Williams biography and specialist. So he's just his energy is just incredible. You feel like you're in Robin Williams' presence. He will be the host for the Marsha Ball show. He'll come on and do a little comedy and bring Marsha out and introduce her. And the funny thing is, the 2 of them were on the same night way back when at what I never can remember the name of the club in downtown Houston. One of the big nightclubs that Marcia started out in. He was the warm act for her then. So it'll be interesting to see that reunion. But that concert is not to be missed.
Right.
Not to be missed.
And
And
I'm on the website and I just looked, there are tickets still available, so very affordable. And there's
Yeah.
not a bad seat in Crichton, so.
Never.
Yep.
Yeah, and you go to the CrichtonTheater.org. You can order your tickets online, or you can drop by the box office. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a really great show. Then from there, we move to Saturday the 21st, which is traditionally, this is our fourth year, traditionally been our big day for this festival. And again, I think this is the fourth year that Lynn Peveril and Chalk Up Conroe has been here. And it's a great event for the young kids. They get out and they chalk up Founders Park with the most beautiful artwork you have ever seen.
And that's for a good cause. It's my understanding that's a fundraiser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cancer, I
It's
believe.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, just watching those young kids work is
Yeah.
phenomenal. Then we get a little noise started with Jazz Connection,
Yes.
our favorite local jazz band of young people under the direction of Bob Price. They'll be out there at 12 o'clock. Again, all of this today is on the 21st are freebies. Starting out, of course, with Chalk Up and then going to the jazz concert. Then we kind of last minute, we came across this guy who just really wanted to be a part of it. A young man named Doug Westcott, who's a one-man band.
Really?
He will be on the stage for about 45 minutes. And I listened to his music before I invited him to come on out. And it's pretty phenomenal stuff. He is a one-man band. There's no question about
So
it.
where's he going to be at?
He'll be on the Founders stage
Founders
at
Plaza. Got it.
1:15.
Right here in downtown on Main Street.
Right there, right off of Main Street. And then at 1:30, the Players, not the Crichton Players, the Players Theater Company, formerly known as the Crichton Players, will be in the Crichton Theater with our very own Lone Star Radio doing a live broadcast of James McClure, Texas playwright, Laundry and Bourbon. It's a one-act play. Again, it's a freebie, no charge for that. Then at 2, from 2 to 7, Texas Fine Wines will be having a wine tasting at the Conroe Art Gallery.
Do we know what kind of wines will be there?
There will be all kinds of wines there. There's a wide variety of wines. We're bringing 5 different wines. And I can't discuss pricing, but we've got a commemorative glass with our Rising Stars logo on it.
That's wonderful.
And that's the price of entry into the wine tasting. At 2:30, the Chickasaw Aztec dancers will be on the Founders stage, and they've been with us before, and they're just phenomenal. They're so colorful, and it's so moving to see these guys carrying on and pulling their culture into this era. Then we wrap it up at 4 o'clock with the Celtaire String Band. Now, the Heritage Museum is bringing these folks, and the Heritage Museum will be over on the back steps of the courthouse all afternoon with some displays that they brought in. And the Celtaire String Players will be over there for a good part of the afternoon, but we're giving them Founder Stage at 4 o'clock to wrap up the festival.
Good.
That kind of does wrap it up for us. Gary Watson stuff will be anytime that the Crichton is open. We're doing anything in the Crichton, and all day Saturday, Gary's work will be on display at the Campobello Bronze Studio right across the street from the Crichton. So I hope it, I've been told I have diarrhea of the mouth.
Oh, you're fine.
So I've just been going on and on, but there's a lot of stuff here, and I wanted to make sure that I got everything in. I would encourage parents. Christian Youth Theater is doing their workshop at the Owen Theater rehearsal room from 2 to 5. And, parents, that's a good way to entertain your children while you go over and have a glass of wine.
There you go.
So we thought of that in advance. We really did.
And you never know, they might come back with a talent.
That
you didn't know they had.
And there's that will culminate with a short performance at the Owen. Christian Youth Theater has become a group that we're all well acquainted with here in the
Yeah.
Conroe area. They bring their many talents and skills to the area on a regularly. And Ari Kugat, who's their president of their board, has just been a wonderful volunteer for us. And I want to encourage people to go and sign up. It's a very minimal cost. You can get the details online. If you go to our schedule online, it'll take you to their Facebook and give you more details there.
So now this is the fourth year, and how did of this Rising Stars and Legends? How did you get involved with it?
Well, I'm a good friend of the person who had the vision for this. Craig Campbell is a good friend of mine.
And an amazing artist.
And an amazing artist. And
if you don't know his work, go to Spirit of Texas, and you will proudly see it there.
Yes, you will.
Or the Flag Park.
Or the Flag Park, very much.
Craig did a show for me over at the Owen, and that's how we met. I did One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I was looking for crazies. Craig showed up, along with a couple other local crazies that I had just sort of loitering around the stage, drooling and staring off into space. And Craig was so outstanding that I gave him a speaking role, and he was amazing. And we formed a very fast friendship that he's one of my good buds. And he had a vision for this festival. And I did it the first year, and I kind of sensed that his vision wasn't really, people just didn't seem to get the idea. The idea being to bring in legends and rising stars, not from so much from Montgomery County. The first year we did. We featured local people very exclusively because we didn't have any money.
Right.
The second year we said, okay, let's reach out. Let's bring in some real Texas legends and rising stars. We brought in Mary Sarah, who was a finalist on The Voice. She was our headliner that year. Well, we still weren't quite there. We had some troubles with the weather that day. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was very cold and rainy all morning, and she went on at 1. And by that time, the Ironman competition in the Woodlands had I-45 blocked up halfway to Houston. So, it was a little disappointing. Third year, we did a little better. Our attendance was still not what we wanted it to be. And we seemed to be getting away from that Texas Rising Stars and Legends theme. And so this last year, I said, I really believed in that theme. I believed that by bringing people who have already made it, so to speak, people who are recognized talents and have been lauded by the state of Texas, and by their fan base, that those are the people that we needed to bring in. And that in turn would raise the bar for our local arts organizations, and it would bring crowds. The idea being that if we have crowds here, we can probably more easily qualify for some of the major arts grants. That's the long-term goal. And we'll be starting on that as soon as this festival closes. We hope to gather some impressive statistics in terms of attendance and volunteer hours. And we know from experience that when you're writing a grant, those are really the most important things that you can do. Are people interested in your work, and or your volunteer? You have the volunteer base to support it. So that's been the whole focus of this festival, is to really get the word out, get out all over Texas. We've had a social media push in San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston, and we went up the road to Huntsville as well. So there's a lot of folks that are hearing about it for the first time, and we hope that that's going to bring a lot of people into town. We've also sort of partnered with the Bears Etc., which is an animal rescue group. They'll be down the street, and they're going to have the classic car show going on the same street that we're on, but 2 blocks down. We hope that our crowds will sort of cross-mingle, and we'll turn some car enthusiasts onto some art, and vice versa.
Yes.
And maybe they'll come up and have a glass of wine with us.
I think that's amazing, and we love Bears Etc. They're partners of ours, and we're excited for them to have their big birthday bash.
Well, I met Katie at a chamber meeting, in fact, and we started talking about it then. And I thought, what a great idea. We need to have a charitable group that we kind of work with. And,
Right.
you know, we have our own arts groups, but, you know, something
Right.
more social impact. So it's good. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Oh, my God, how did I do that? Randall Reed and Planet Ford, or Planet Lincoln, pardon me, are bringing some Lincolns up for
Okay.
demo drives.
Oh, yeah, Susie does that every year.
Well,
Yeah.
she's partnered. She
Yeah.
brought it in with us and is partnering with
amazing.
us. They're splitting up. You know, they split their sponsorship money with us, and we're going to work it in tandem. Now, the great thing about this is that for every demo that's given, we get a little cash prize from them for the arts. And we have the GCA will be splitting that prize with our member organizations.
That's amazing. And who doesn't want to test drive a new car?
Right.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Especially some of those, some of those snazzy Lincolns that we always see Matthew McConaughey.
I know, I was going to say,
You know,
especially one that Matthew drives, I'm all about.
I did try to get Matthew to come down, but unfortunately, Matthew is in Europe doing a film right now, and I wasn't able to lure him back. But maybe next year, we'll see.
If you get Matthew down here, Matthew McConaughey down here, I am sure this town will be down here because I will be.
I had a feeling it would be, which is why I went after him to start with. But I did make contact and was told that he was going to be out of town on a movie during that time. Not out of town, out of country.
Out of country, yeah.
So we wish him well and hope that he'll come back and be with us next year. Maybe he can be the guy pushing the Lincoln demos.
Right.
You know, what a perfect
He can go
fit.
with me. We'll go test drive. It'll be fun.
He's getting paid to do it already, so why
Yes,
not?
yes, he is.
Well, why don't you, before we let you go, tell us one more time where people can find all of the information and buy tickets?
Everything will be listed. Every event will be listed at GreaterConroeArtsAlliance.com. From there, you'll be able to hit links that will take you to the box office of the Crichton, to CYT. It's Facebook, and you'll have ticket and pricing information there.
Yeah, so there's more information on GreaterConroeArtsAlliance.com, but you can also find it on our social media and our
absolutely.
website.
Everything is up.
All the details and
Yes.
any of the changes have all been made on there. So we've got all of the info as well. So be sure and check all that out and get out and while the weather's nice, get out and experience some of this great stuff. And what I think is so great about this event is that all these different groups come together to put on just kind of a little sampling of what they do. And so while you won't always be able to see Marcia Ball in the Crichton Theater, there are other events that go on there. And so if you've never been to the Crichton Theater, it's a great opportunity to come see someone fabulous at a very reasonable price, and then maybe pick up a program and see what else is going on throughout the year. So, and as is with all of these organizations, so it's a great event. So,
And then this and this just reinforces, our film friendly designation, our music friendly designation. It's just another avenue of the arts that we are proud to have here in Conroe.
Before you kick me out, there's two things that I really forgot. One is during the whole course of the festival, Little Shop of Horrors will be playing over at the Crichton.
Yes.
And on the Wednesday of not this coming week, but Wednesday of next week, they're doing a preview performance of selected numbers at the Owen Theater. The other thing I would be really remiss if I didn't do is to thank our sponsors, of which, of course, the Chamber is one, as well as the City of Conroe, Randall Reed Planet Ford, Wood Forest Bank, Souls Insurance.
we are too. Visit Conroe
Yes.
is also a sponsor. So yeah, we're glad to be a part of all of that.
Yes.
And we couldn't do it without you. I mean, your support is incredibly important to us and to all the arts groups here in town. And we appreciate everything you do for us.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Well, good luck next week. I know all of our office will be at different events, so
Yeah,
we'll see you
dividing
there.
and conquering. So.
I will be at as many of them as I can be.
Yes.
And some of them I wouldn't dream of missing. So,
Thank you, Dawn. Don't run off quite yet. We're going to take a quick break, but please stay tuned. Up next, we'll be visiting with Elizabeth West and Rob Hamilton, both with the Conroe Parks and Recreation Department. You are listening to Keeping Up with Conroe, hosted by Visit Conroe.
to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
And we're back. You are listening to Keeping Up with Conroe. I'm your host, Shannon.
And I'm Jody.
And we are with Visit Conroe. Next, our guests are Elizabeth West and Rob Hamilton, both with the Conroe Parks Department, Parks and Recreation Department. And they're here to talk about a couple things, but I also want to ask a question about the pool.
Oh, no, it's on here. Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
You can start with that.
Well, let's start with the pool.
Yes.
I love it. I drive past it every day, and it's looking like, it's coming along nice.
Well, it's impressive, isn't it?
It is very impressive.
Yeah, so that it's a $5.4 million project. It's will have its own entry into the bathhouse now, where before we only had one pool that served all the amenities. Now we'll have 3 different pools. So if we have a little accident in one, the other 2 continue operating instead of shutting down everything. And so it's going to be cool. The 3 tower slides that we've got are about 40 feet up in the air, so that's 3+ stories. It has 0 depth run out. Then we have an activity pool right next to that with a maximum depth of 4 feet and a graduated step entry. And then right next to that we have the splash pad pool, has a 0 depth entry up to about 1.5 feet depth of water with a play structure in the middle. And then we have our 2 slides that empty into about a 3.5 foot catch basin, and they're about 2-story tall. So 5 slides, 3 different pools, and lots of fun.
I have to tell you, before I accepted the job to come here, I kind of came and checked out the town, and one of the places I went to was Candy Cane Park, and that rec center and the aquatics facilities that you have there. I hope that the residents here know how very, very fortunate we are to have those kind of facilities in this community. I'm a Parks and Recreation major in college. And I just think that it is a fabulous offering and just kind of adds to the quality of life that we have here in Conroe. So I love it. I'm excited. I can't wait for them to open.
Yeah. Do we know when they're going to open?
Well, we've had a little trouble with rain this spring, so we're delayed a little bit with the original completion date was going to be by the end of April. Now, maybe mid-May probably, but they're taking advantage of any sunny days that we're getting, and you're going to start seeing things are really happening this next 4 weeks.
Well, kids are in school until June anyway, so.
Right.
Memorial Day. Let's shoot for Memorial Day. It'd be great.
Yeah, so as long as we can get open that Memorial Day weekend, we'll be happy with it, but our plan is to have it done by middle of May.
Well, it's looking good.
My kids learned how to swim and through the City of Conroe's swim classes. So, we grew up out there.
Well, great.
We're excited. I'm sure we'll have someone back to come talk more about
Absolutely.
the opening and all that sort of stuff. So we'll
bet.
do that. But let's switch gears. Let's talk about Kids Fest and First Thursday concerts. We've got lots going on with y'all. Y'all are busy. Who wants to go?
Well, I'll kick it off. Right, so First Thursday free concert series is coming back around, and we have a tremendous lineup this year. We're starting April 2nd, and that is the first Thursday of the month. That's why we call it First Thursdays. But we have a Garth Brooks tribute. The band is called Rope in the Wind. May 7th is Escape, and that's a Journey tribute.
They've been here before, haven't they?
They have, and they draw very.
I would say they're
They were
famous.
good. Yeah.
Now, the Garth Brooks tribute, that's their first time through.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have on June 4th, Christina tribute show to the Queen of Tejano. So we're not allowed to say
Her name?
but
She from Corpus?
yes,
Yeah.
that general area. But that we're looking to provide a different genre of music,
like it.
and I think that we'll draw some new,
I think it'd be
some
fun.
fresh
Yeah.
faces to the concert scene. July 2nd, we go back to country. Bree Bragwell, and then
She's always good.
When's she
she's
coming?
good.
July 2nd?
July 2nd.
That is my husband's favorite Texas country artist.
Oh, well, then happy birthday to him.
Yes.
So
Tell him that.
August 6th, we have Derek Spence, and he's a George Strait tribute artist.
I bet that'll be
and
fun.
he even looks like him. I mean, it's uncanny. But anyway, September 3rd, we're going to finish up with a group called Already Gone, and it's the Eagles tribute band.
I like them.
And so we're hoping
Yes.
that this
They've been here before too,
this
right?
lineup will draw an average of 1,000 or more every Thursday night that we're out there. Concerts will start at 7 and go until 9 o'clock, so it's pretty much nonstop music. You know, we changed our format last year a little bit. We used to start at 6:30 with kind of a warm-up band, and then we'd go right into the featured artist, and then they would go to 9:30. And we just felt like that was just too long. So now we're just doing one artist, 2 hours, and it went over great last year.
Well, we've got some fans. The weather will be perfect for all of those.
Every first Thursday.
I'll order it.
Absolutely.
But Visit Conroe has ordered some fans, hand fans to take
Yes.
out there to help cool people off, and we'll be a part of it as much as possible. We have
might
plenty
have
of
a koozie or two
koozies
for you.
But it is always a fun event, and it's free. And again, another great thing for residents to take advantage of. I love those free concerts out there. So.
Just a couple things I wanted to mention, just so
Yeah.
folks know about it. We will have concessions on site. That'll be provided by the Red Brick Tavern. And, but there is no outside alcohol allowed into the event, and no alcohol can be taken from the event. We do encourage folks to bring their lawn chairs and their blankets, get comfortable, enjoy themselves, have a good time. And preceding the concert every night, we'll have the Isaac Conroe Farmers Market. Starts at 4 o'clock in the park, and we will have a variety of food trucks out there as well for a variety of food entrees. So we're gonna have a great time. Food, music, fun. Bring friends, bring family. Great times.
And it's kid friendly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need to stress that it's a great time. Bring your
Yep.
kids. They can roll down the hill and play and run around.
The great slide hill, absolutely. Bring your own cardboard. We don't
We don't,
provide that.
we don't provide the sled. You must bring your own.
Must bring your own.
And you can bring water and sodas in if you
can,
want in a little
yes.
cooler.
Just no alcohol.
No alcohol.
But they do sell it there. So if you
Yes.
wanted to have, I mean, kid friendly is fine
Yeah.
and great, but if you wanted to do a little date night, it's kind of nice and it's very
Absolutely.
affordable.
Right.
So
It's a little bit affordable. I mean,
come out there, and it could be romantic. Put a blanket down, have a couple of
Absolutely.
beverages, and enjoy some good music.
and I know where I'll be on July 2nd. So
There you go. We also have Kids
Yes.
Fest coming up. What's the date on that?
Kids Fest is Saturday, April 25th. It's always the last Saturday in April every year. So this year that is April 25th. It's from 10 a.m. to 5 right here in downtown Conroe.
I have to say, I think that first year I was here and y'all started setting up for Kids Fest, I was like, there's a carnival. I mean, it's not just a little thing. It's huge.
and it's free.
That is also free, yeah. Prior to that, I did want to mention on a Saturday, April 4th, we have our annual Easter egg hunt. It's the morning with Mr. Bunny, and that is going to take place at Carl Barton Park out on the softball fields. We use all 4 fields and have them separated in different age groups. We'll have over 20,000 eggs. Mr. Bunny will be there, so come and take pictures and
Great photo
hunt,
ops.
Hunt eggs. Great photo ops. It's also free.
That's my favorite 4-letter word.
I know,
Free.
mine too.
I love it.
So what can we expect at Kids Fest? Are we going to have, we have a carnival. What else will there be?
Kids Fest, we have a variety of everything. We have interactive villages that are all throughout downtown. We have rides, inflatables. We have a whole area, we call it the splash zone. So we've got water activities there. We have vendors, food vendors. We've got a little bit of everything.
Right. And it's
Stage acts. We have 3 different stages of live entertainment throughout the day, and all the activities are free. There are some vendors throughout that have a charge, but most of the big activities are all free, and parking is free.
Well, and because of the size, it is just humongous. It takes a lot of people. Are you looking for volunteers for this or for the concerts?
Of course, yes. Kids Fest, most definitely we are. You can sign up online, and if you hurry, you can still get a T-shirt for volunteering.
Is that
So
through
go ahead
today?
and- I think the deadline is coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, we are always looking for volunteers, and it's a great opportunity. You can come out and volunteer all day, half the day, whatever.
School groups, I would think that, that have to do so many.
Community service hours.
Yeah, that would be a great opportunity to get out and have some fun with the kids.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to be a vendor, and I know because some of these vendors come out and sell their goods, how do they sign up?
Both vendor and volunteer opportunities are available on our website. It's www.cityofconroe.org. And then from there, you can navigate through the special events and to Kids Fest page. And we've got both available. It's an online form, so it's really easy to fill out. And you can sign up to be a vendor or a volunteer.
All right. And if y'all have anything else you want to add on either of those, please do. But I do have a couple other questions. Like I know that family campout, is that coming up?
Well, we just had one that was scheduled for this last weekend. It got canceled.
Okay, that's what I
But
saw.
there is another one coming up on May 2nd, I believe.
Okay.
So that's the one that we're really putting a lot of emphasis in. The one on March 7th may have been ill-timed with, spring break. But May 2nd is a good one. It'll be a Friday night, Saturday night type thing at a local state park probably, typically Huntsville State Park or up in Livingston area. And we provide everything with that. It's great. We provide the tents, the sleeping bags, the cookware, the whole thing. And basically all a family has to do is just show up and participate. And there's lots of activities to do that are outdoor education and outdoor fun. And those programs are really designed to get people back outdoors again. When I was a kid growing up, I spent a lot of time camping, and people don't do that as much anymore. They just we have kids in our day camp programs that have never spent a night outside or a day in the outdoors. So
When my son was little, we used to do a lot of the family campouts or take advantage of all the stuff at our parks where we lived. And then he loved it so much he got into Scouts. So, and he's an Eagle Scout now. So,
I was too.
there, see?
See there?
I know.
Just
good people.
kid camping. That's where you learn. That's where you learn it.
I'm not really a camper, but it was fun for a while. And family camp out is camping light. So if you are like me and your idea of camping is at a hotel that doesn't have room service, then take advantage of this because you don't even have to pitch your own tent.
Well, that's part of the process.
You
too.
teach them how to do it?
They learn how to do it, and that's
Okay.
part of the family.
That's kind of fun then.
Yeah,
as long
because-
as I'm not expected to do it by myself and figure it out.
No. That's one of the family activities is learning how to set a camp. How to pitch a tent, how to put your bags in. How to store your equipment. How to take care of your cooking equipment, and the cooking process as well. So it's meant not to be just to show up and hear, kind of glamping, if you will, but it's meant to be for people to get their hands dirty and for families to do it as
Try it out.
Yeah, as a
Right.
group project, and they have a lot of fun doing it because it's learning and it's just family time. And hopefully they'll put down these things
Yep.
for a while and tune that out and tune into each other and develop relationships.
Awesome. I love that. Anything else coming up? I know y'all are always busy, but it seems like spring and getting into summer is really when everything starts ramping up and y'all have a lot of things to offer. Y'all doing the movies?
We'll have the movies in the park back this time. I think last year was our first time not to do every one in May, and so we're doing the same thing again this year. 2 Fridays in May and 2 in June.
Oh, very cool.
Spread
And
it
you-
out a little, and we've got some good
Yes.
movies this
Yeah.
time. We've got The Lion King, Toy Story 4, of course Frozen 2.
Yes.
We've got some good ones on this lineup. So
And
should
be
a
sure
good-
and pick up your playbook. This is where you can find all of the information. It's
Yes.
a wealth of knowledge, and I keep one on my desk at all times. Every
We'll
time
have
the
the
new
new
one comes
summer
out.
playbook coming up. We'll have it out for Kids Fest.
Oh, good,
Be
perfect.
sure and pick that up.
And you can pick those up at the Parks Department and Candy Cane Park, or you can get it at our office or
Just
City
about
Hall.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can pick them up pretty much anywhere. So.
They're well distributed.
Yeah,
Can I add one thing before?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So this coming Thursday, March 12th, starting at 4 o'clock at the Conroe Activity Center, which is right next to Candy Cane Park, we are having a summer job fair.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's any young people out there who are looking for jobs, as a lifeguard, water safety instructor, day camp counselor, come by the activity center. We'll have applications on site. They'll be able to talk to staff. They'll be able to ask questions, get answers about what potential jobs are going to be, what openings that we have, and so we're looking at that as kind of a gateway to starting our summer hiring process.
Awesome, because y'all utilize a lot of part-timers.
Well, we're going to hire probably close to 30 day camp counselors. We run about 30 kids or 300 plus kids through our day camp every day. And then we teach over 1,000 kids every summer through our Learn to Swim program. And we average anywhere from 500 to 800 every day at the water park. So, we've got to have staff that will be caregivers and for families and children that are in our care at camp and at the pool and in our swim lessons. And so we're looking to hire some outstanding young people for our programs.
Awesome. Well, that's good. We'll make sure we get that added to our calendar as well and on our Facebook. So if you need more information on that, we'll make sure
Absolutely.
to have that available as well. Well, thank you guys. I know you both have to run off to something else. We're so glad you're here. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. You're listening to Keeping Up with Conroe.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776. Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Tuesday on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star from 3 to 7, I play back-to-back classic rock hits. That's right. I like to call it a 2 for Tuesday or a 3 for whatever it is you'd like. Call the request line, 936-647-3776, or message me on Facebook, Afternoons with Lone Star, make a music request. That's right, you can do it. Here's what else. Go over to our website, irlonestar.com. Get the app on your phone. It's easy. You'll like it.
And we are back. You are listening to Keeping Up with Conroe. I'm your host, Jody.
And I'm Shannon.
And we are with Visit Conroe.
And it's just us now.
It's just us. We've reached near the end.
Got rid of everyone.
I know. We're good at that, huh?
I know. But aren't you excited about all the stuff coming up? I'm so ready just to spend time outdoors.
Yes.
And
I'm excited to not have to wear sweaters and stay locked up.
I know. And the sun, I love it. It was a little cloudy today, but turned out to be a beautiful day.
Yes, it did.
Well, there's a lot more coming up. I mean, he
Right.
talked a lot about the arts and culture stuff and the art competition. Did he really talk about that? I don't think so.
No, so the Madeley National Art Competition, it'll be on March 28th, at the Conroe Art League.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a big time.
Yes.
That's really neat.
And we really love our arts groups. So
Yes.
They love us too.
And that's a great gallery if you've not been in it. It's free to go in, and the art pieces are extremely affordable.
Didn't you buy some last year?
I bought several pieces from there.
There's
Yeah.
some gifts.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the Little Shop of Horrors. I have to say, certainly you've seen the movie, right?
I haven't.
You haven't seen the movie?
haven't.
Have you, Dick? You've never seen Little Shop of Horrors? Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all need to, I'm sure it's on Netflix. So check it out.
I'll have to look into this.
But the musical is pretty amazing. It's really funny and good. You need to check it out. It's really good. And so if you get a chance, you want to go to the little free thing, that's on the 18th, but the show runs from March 13th through the 22nd on the weekend.
Yes.
So get out and check it out. And we've got some talented people in this community.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
not one of them, but there are a lot of
I can talk, but I cannot act.
Right. And then at Pacific Yard House on March the 20th, what is this Jeep invasion thing?
Yes, so Lone Star Jeep Invasion. It's similar to a car show, but they will be, all their decorated Jeeps. Jeep owners are particular. They name their Jeeps. They're, decorated. And so they'll just invade the area.
Okay. So watch out for that.
Yes.
Of course, we talked about Marcia Ball. We touched on the birthday. Have to make sure I say that correctly.
Right.
Birthday, the Bears, the birthday bash and car show. That's at Heritage Park, as we were saying, just down the road here in downtown.
And then they support such a great organization.
Yes.
I mean, Bears, et cetera, and Katie. I mean,
They're awesome.
Yes, they are amazing.
We need to have them on one
We
time.
really do.
Talk more about what they do exactly. And then, I mean, we just kind of roll right into Texas Wildlife and Woodland Expo. We're a part of that with the Parks Department every year. So we are out there talking about outdoor activities and things going on in the Conroe area. Very well attended. And if you've got, especially if you've got little kids that you're looking what to do in the summer with the kids, it's a great opportunity to walk around and kind of gather some information on what's going on and what can you take a part of all summer long.
To get out of the house. Get those kids out of the house.
Yeah. And then we've got fair season.
I know. I'm
and
so
cook-offs,
excited.
multiple cook-offs, and crawfish.
Yes.
It's crawfish season.
It is crawfish.
Fair season is crawfish season.
Yes.
I'm from Louisiana, so.
And this will be my last year to have an animal at the fair this year.
So lots of stuff going on. What else? Anything else?
The Coral Society will be hosting their event on April 3rd. I believe that's going to be at their facility on Fraser Street. Just lots. I mean, take your pick, from outdoors to car shows to fairs to, concerts. I mean, we've got it for everybody this month.
Yeah, and it's really easy to find this information. We do a really good job of gathering. First of all, our website is really easy. It's visitconroe.com. visitconroe.com. Very easy. And on there, we have a calendar of events.
Yes.
And if anyone was hosting an event, they can post it on that website, on that calendar. And if you are looking for what to do this weekend, or you've got family coming in and you want to know what's going on a certain day, you can go to that website on that calendar and you can see what all's going on. So I do want to touch just a minute. I know we're a couple months away and we will certainly be talking a lot more about it, but National Tourism Week
It's coming up.
is coming up. It's the first week of May, and it is a way, it's celebrated all over the country, and it just promotes what tourism does for a city. And we always look for different ways to celebrate.
Yes.
And we're doing some things the same this year, but we're adding a kind of a be a tourist in your own backyard. So just like we've been talking about all this other stuff that's going on and that you can take advantage of it, it's a great way to pick up a passport. We've got discounts at a variety of attractions and restaurants and locations and things around town. Buy one, get one free, or 20% off, or whatever. And it's a great way to be a tourist in your own backyard. Whether you're new or you're a longtime resident, there may be things here that you're not aware that we have some great offerings for kids and adults and
Try
families.
a new restaurant you may have never tried before.
Exactly. And we've got some great prizes we're giving away at the same time. So stay tuned for that and watch our website. What's that website again?
I think it's visitconroe.com.
There you go. Also, all of our social media. We post everything on social media. So, and we're Visit Conroe on all of that stuff as well. You got anything else to share?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, I think we covered a lot. There's
we
a lot
did.
coming up. So
Yes, we did. You will not be bored this month.
no, not at all. So, want to know about local hidden treasures, or are you looking for things to do in Conroe? The goal of this show, Keeping Up with Conroe, is to promote all things that Conroe has to offer, both to residents and visitors. So tune in monthly. We're here live the second Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. And be sure and follow us on podcast, YouTube, Facebook, etc. Check out visitconroe.com and follow us on social media at Visit Conroe. Tune in regularly to Keeping Up with Conroe.
Today's show was recorded and broadcasted live on irlonestar.com, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and all rights and ownership are reserved to Lone Star Community Radio. For more information regarding this program and Lone Star Community Radio, visit us online at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, serving the community with local programming on TV, radio, and online. If you enjoyed today's program, please support us by sponsorship or starting your own show. Contact us today by phone or text at 936-666-1084 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.